Hey, Worth It Wednesday. Every Wednesday we send a principle worth learning, question worth answering, recommendation worth taking. We call it Worth It Wednesday. If you want to get on this email list and get the written content that we send out, you can sign up at pathforgrowth.com. Today's principle is that being real gives you the ability to be relaxed. And this is one that for a long time I had screwed up. I had it messed up in my head. And sometimes I can still go down that rabbit hole of having it messed up because I flipped it, right? And what I used to think is, I need to be relaxed around these people. And in the process of being relaxed around them, then that will give me the ability to be real. And this applies to my friendships, to my relationships, to the people that I work with, right? I used to think, okay, I need to spend more time with them so that I can be relaxed around them, and then I can be real. And that's faulty thinking. That's false thinking, because if you always feel like you have to put on the armor, if you always feel like you have to look like you have it all together, if you have to cover up imperfections and hide weaknesses, if you have to be an unreal version of yourself, inauthentic, disingenuous, not necessarily because you're trying to fake people out, but just because you feel really guarded, well, you're never going to be able to relax, right? Think about that word picture real quick. You put on armor, right? And armor is clunky. Armor is heavy. Armor is a lot to carry. Are you ever going to be able to relax wearing armor? I don't think so. And so what's the alternative? Well, you be real. You have the guts to start showing people your imperfections, your weaknesses, your fallibilities, your areas of inadequacy. And you verbally process that stuff in front of people. You play out in the open. And what's the word here? Well, the word is vulnerability. Now, obviously, if you're in a leadership position, vulnerability requires a lot of wisdom and discernment. When we talk about vulnerability in leadership, I think one of the things that leaders often screw up is they say, okay, that's telling me that I need to make my team member my therapist. No, your team member is not your therapist. Your therapist is your therapist, okay? And so this is not you looking to your team or even probably to your friends to make you emotionally well. This is you being willing to give people an honest and integrity-filled picture of where you're at. And what's crazy is whenever you portray an image that's real like that, what you'll think and what you might be afraid of is, that's going to lack confidence. That's going to lack a sense of security. But in reality, that's the most confident thing you could do. The most confident leaders I know are the ones that say, I don't have this all figured out. I don't know where this is going to end. I'm a little bit worried right now. I'm a little bit afraid right now. I'm a little bit out of control, because the opposite of that is, oh man, I've got this all figured out. I've got this all squared away. I've got all the answers. I'm fully in control. Does that actually look like security? Or does that look like deep-seated insecurity that can't reckon with reality? So it takes courage, but be real. And then in the process of being real, don't be surprised when you end up with rich relationships on your team, with your friends, with your family, that you just look up and you say, it's not even a struggle to be present because I feel so relaxed around these people. And that's because you're not being who you should be or who you could be. You're being who you are. And that's all they expect of you. So being real gives you the ability to be relaxed. Y'all have a great Wednesday.